Are you unknowingly sabotaging your chances with women by making these common nice guy mistakes? It's time to flip the script and become the man women truly desire. 1. Doing everything she asks. One of the biggest mistakes nice guys make is feeling the need to do everything a girl asks to prove their affection. They believe that by constantly catering to her every whim, they'll win her heart. This behavior, however, often backfires. When a man spends all his time and effort doing favors for a girl without expecting anything in return, he unintentionally sends the message that he has nothing better to do with his time. This not only diminishes his value in her eyes but also suggests that he lacks ambition or a sense of direction in life. Women are naturally attracted to men who have purpose and drive, men who are going somewhere in life. If you're constantly at her beck and call, she may start to see you as a doormat rather than as a potential partner. Remember, attraction isn't built through servitude. It's built through mutual respect and admiration. A man who is too eager to please often comes across as someone who is incapable of providing for her emotionally and intellectually, which is a major turnoff. 2. Always agreeing with her. Nice guys often fall into the trap of always agreeing with a girl to avoid conflict or to gain her approval. If she suggests watching a movie he dislikes, he'll agree just to keep the peace. While this may seem harmless, it actually does more harm than good in the long run. By constantly agreeing with her, he suppresses his own preferences and opinions, which makes him appear weak and lacking in personality. A man without a strong sense of self or a willingness to assert his own opinions is unlikely to attract women. Women are drawn to men who are confident in their beliefs and aren't afraid to stand up for what they want. If you always agree with her just to avoid conflict, you risk becoming boring and predictable. In relationships, a little bit of healthy disagreement can be stimulating and can show that you have your own mind. 3. Over-apologizing. Apologizing is a good thing, but over-apologizing can be detrimental. Nice guys often apologize excessively, even for things that aren't their fault, out of a misplaced sense of guilt or fear of displeasing the girl. While it's important to own up to your mistakes, constantly apologizing for minor or non-existent faults can be seen as a sign of weakness. Women are generally not attracted to men who are overly submissive or who lack confidence. Over-apologizing can make you seem insecure and unsure of yourself. Women prefer men who are strong and capable of standing their ground. If you're always saying sorry, she may start to question your self-worth and lose respect for you. In a healthy relationship, both partners should feel comfortable expressing themselves without constantly fearing the need to apologize. 4. Not expressing your own needs or limits. A common mistake nice guys make is not expressing their own needs or setting boundaries for fear of upsetting the girl. They believe that by putting her needs first, they are being kind and considerate. However, this often leads to a one-sided relationship where the girl takes advantage of his lack of self-confidence. A man who doesn't express his own needs or limits is likely to be seen as weak and unattractive. Women respect men who know what they want and aren't afraid to ask for it. By failing to communicate your own desires and boundaries, you may end up feeling resentful and unfulfilled. It's important to remember that a healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and understanding, not on one person sacrificing their needs for the other. 5. Avoiding confrontation. Avoiding confrontation is another big mistake that nice guys often make. They may avoid bringing up issues or expressing their feelings out of fear of provoking an argument or causing discomfort. While it's natural to want to keep the peace, avoiding confrontation can lead to unresolved issues and long-term resentment. Women are often attracted to men who are assertive and capable of handling difficult situations. If you avoid confrontation, it may be seen as a sign of low self-esteem or a lack of masculinity. It's important to address problems head-on rather than sweeping them under the rug. Healthy relationships involve open communication and the ability to work through disagreements together. By avoiding confrontation, you may be missing out on opportunities to strengthen your relationship and build a deeper connection. 6. Putting her needs first. While it's important to be considerate of your partner's needs, constantly putting her needs before your own can be detrimental to your relationship. A nice guy may cancel his own plans or make sacrifices to help her, even if it inconveniences him. While this may seem like a loving gesture, it can actually lead to a lack of balance in the relationship. Women appreciate men who are kind and caring, but they also want a partner who values his own needs and priorities. If you're always putting her needs first, she may start to see you as someone who lacks self-respect or discipline. It's important to find a balance between being considerate of her needs and maintaining your own sense of identity. A healthy relationship involves both partners supporting each other's goals and aspirations, not one person constantly sacrificing for the other. 7. Being too accommodating. Being accommodating is a good quality, but being too accommodating can lead to problems in a relationship. A nice guy may go out of his way to please a girl, even if it means sacrificing his own comfort or well-being. For example, he may let her borrow his car, even if he needs it himself, just to avoid disappointing her. While it's natural to want to be helpful, being too accommodating can make you seem like a pushover. Women are generally not attracted to men who are overly submissive or who are willing to sacrifice their own needs for others. It's important to set boundaries and prioritize your own well-being in a relationship. If you're always putting her needs above your own, you may end up feeling resentful and unappreciated. A strong, confident man knows when to say no and isn't afraid to put his own needs first. 8. Not defending yourself. Nice guys often fail to stand up for themselves in situations where they are being exploited or mistreated. For example, if a girl is consistently late for their appointments, a nice guy might not say anything to avoid causing conflict. However, by not defending himself, he sends the message that he doesn't value his own time or respect. Women are attracted to men who are confident and assertive, men who know their worth and aren't afraid to stand up for themselves. If you don't defend yourself, you may be seen as weak or lacking in self-respect. It's important to communicate your feelings and set clear boundaries in a relationship. If you allow yourself to be mistreated, you may end up feeling disrespected and undervalued. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and understanding, not on one person constantly compromising for the other. 9. Not setting limits. A major mistake nice guys make is failing to set clear limits with a girl, which can lead to her taking advantage of them. For example, he may not set limits on the amount of money he's willing to lend her, or he may allow her to make unreasonable demands on his time and energy. By not setting limits, a nice guy may end up feeling taken advantage of and unappreciated. Women are generally not attracted to men who are too accommodating or who allow themselves to be exploited. It's important to establish clear boundaries and communicate your expectations in a relationship. A strong, confident man knows his limits and isn't afraid to enforce them. If you fail to set limits, you may end up feeling resentful and disrespected, which can ultimately damage your relationship. If you're ready to stop being overlooked and start attracting the right women, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more game-changing insights.